Okay, good morning, Year 5. I hope you had a lovely weekend. So let's get back to the viewer and let's get back to your own version of the story. Now, let's have a quick recap. Where did we get to last week? So, the last piece of writing that you've done for the viewer, okay, was around the setting. The setting where your character is going to find the viewer, okay, so where they found the viewer. So, mine was an antique shop, okay. I've added, okay, some paragraphs about my setting. And you may wish to add a sentence at the end, okay, about how she finds the viewer. We can come back to that later when you write your draft, okay? So today we are going to move on, okay? I'm looking at developing a description of a destructive scene, okay? And we're going to use a time when your character looks into the viewer for the first time to do that today. So, descriptive writing, okay, remember we're looking at expanded noun phrases, okay, we're looking at prepositional phrases to tell us where things are, we're looking at relative clauses, those who, that, which, um, clauses that we can add in to add extra information, okay. We could also use metaphors and similes, okay, and you could have a look up on Google to see what metaphors and similes are, refresh your mind, okay, something you'd have used lots um, in year 3 and year 4, so you can have a look back at those. Can you get any metaphors and similes in today? And today we're going to write a description, okay, of a storm. So the first thing that your character sees when they look into the viewer, okay, is a storm, a destructive storm. And I've put a link on on Class Dojo to this video here, okay. So it is the sights and sounds of a storm, okay, thunder and lightning, a real storm. And I want you to watch that video and I want you to imagine that you're there, okay, you are in the middle of this storm. And what I want you to think about is, what can you see, what can you hear, what can you smell, and how would you feel, okay. Can you feel anything happening to you, okay, maybe windows shaking, but also feel as in the emotion. How are you feeling during this storm? So that's the first thing I want you to do, is create a table and just fill each of these sections, okay, with lots of things that you can see, hear, smell, feel, and you might want to play that video over and over as you are, okay, listening to that, so that you get a real feel of what it would be like to be in amongst that. That's going to enable you to describe that scene. And then want you to create a piece of writing. Now, I've created this first part about my character. If you want to magpie this and use this in your writing, okay, today, this could be your opening paragraph for your piece of writing today. So you could just adapt this to your own character, okay, about the first time that she pulls up the viewer to her face or to his face, depending on your character. So you can take this and use it. You can change as much of it or as little of it as you want. Okay, so this is my introductory paragraph today. So Isabel took out the viewer and placed it over her face. She clicked the rusty switch. Nothing happened. This time she pressed harder. In a flash, she could feel her body rise. The room quickly filled with musty, entombed smoke. It seeped into her lungs and she began to spiral out of control. As her thoughts became more intense, so did the experience. Suddenly, the room went pitch black. And this is where your writing is going to come in today. Using the information that you put into your table, your diagram here, you're going to create a paragraph to describe the storm. Okay, so the first thing that your character sees when the room goes black is this storm coming in, and I want to really feel like I'm in that storm when I read your writing tonight. And then, okay, you can finish that with a sentence if you want, or you could just finish with the description of your storm. That's up to you. So just to recap, this first part you can take. If you want to rewrite and create your own first paragraph, then of course, by all means, do that. But if you're a bit stuck, you want a starter, then you can take this and adapt it to your character. Okay? Then your piece of writing is coming in here. You're going to write a really clear description of the storm. What can you see? What can you hear? Okay, what's your character feeling throughout that experience? Okay, that might be a paragraph. You may want to split that into two smaller paragraphs. It's completely up to you, but I do want a good chunk of writing today to describe that storm. Okay, so listen to the storm, create your table with your ideas, and then turn those ideas into a paragraph which you're going to insert here. Okay, so I'm going to see two pieces of writing today, one that's adapted from here, and then your own piece of writing about the storm. Okay, I look forward to seeing those being posted in on Class Dojo. Look out for our responses from either myself, Miss Cousins, Miss Fright, or Miss Hitchcock. Okay, and if we respond to you in the comments, see if you could write a comment back to answer our question. Okay, thank you very much.